Hello and happy National Nutrition Month. That's right, it's another March, which means that dietitians everywhere are super excited because it is our time to shine. So March is National Nutrition Month, and this year's theme is to celebrate a world of flavors. So I am Morgan Davis. I am the dietitian at the Comprehensive Wellness Program as part of Comprehensive Behavioral Health. So I'm going to help you celebrate National Nutrition Month over the next few weeks. So let's talk about that theme, how to celebrate a world of flavors. So there's a lot of different ways we could run with this theme and use it to improve our personal health. So think about a call of action that resonates with you. Maybe this means thinking about the different food groups. Are we eating foods represented by all the different food groups? Are we getting a variety of nutrients there? Or we could start with produce in particular, where it's extra important to get variety because we know all of those different color of foods means that they're giving us different nutrients. So one way to expand the variety in your diet is just to include some different fruits and vegetables each week. Have you ever tried a daikon or a watermelon radish? Have you ever mashed up a rutabaga instead of a potato? Have you ever looked past, your typical cantaloupes or honeydews and tried a canary melon? So there's lots of places you can start with, maybe just strolling through the produce section and see what you haven't tried. They're all wonderfully unique in those different, not only vitamins and minerals they provide, but also those extras, those antioxidants, those flavonoids, those cancer fighters. So it's a great reason to get lots of color on your plate. Another way we can look at celebrating a world of flavor is by exploring different unique cultural foods and some of the flavors that they represent, or trying a new recipe, something that you haven't done before. So with that, I'm going to show you a simple recipe made popular in the Mediterranean region. You might have heard of tzatziki, which is very popular in Greek cooking. It is a yogurt-based sauce. So we're going to start with Greek yogurt. And you want the Greek yogurt when you're making the Greek variety of tzatziki because it's thicker. So this sauce tends to be a little bit thicker. So Greek yogurt is higher in that casein protein that is prevalent in dairy products, which is why it is so thick and great for that slow release of protein. If you're trying to really build that muscle, it's a great late night snack. Also, we know that yogurt and other fermented foods are really high in probiotics, which is great for our gut health. All right, then we're gonna add some cucumber, which I've had kind of sitting on this wire mesh strainer here. I grated it, and then I'm gonna kind of get out as much juice as possible so I don't water down my dip. So I have a clean dish towel that I'm just gonna use to kind of press excess of that water out of those cucumbers. Should have that pretty good and pressed at this point. It's been sitting a while. So all produce is a great way to get in hydration. I know I talk to a lot of my clients about drinking more water. If we increase the produce in our diet, that's another great way to get more hydration in there. A recipe like this, really easy to eyeball. I can post some of the measurements down below. To be honest, when I make this at home, I mostly eyeball it there. All right, next we're gonna add dill. And dill, just like all fresh herbs, actually do have a lot of nutrition components in them. Most have anti-inflammatory benefits, good for your heart health. A lot of those rich plant flavonoids, which is a fancy word for a type of antioxidant and active plant compound. And this is another great way we could add more variety to this recipe. If you don't have dill on hand, you could use mint or fresh parsley. All would give you a little bit different flavor there. All right, next we're gonna add some fresh garlic. So where we know those probiotics in the yogurt, those are those good gut bacteria that enhance our gut health and actually can enhance our brain health and cognitive function and mood. So those are your probiotics. Foods like the garlic we just added, and onions and bananas, those are considered prebiotics, which means they have a fiber that is the preferred source of fuel for those probiotics. So we're feeding our good probiotics in our yogurt by including these nice fiber-rich foods. Gonna also add some lovely heart-healthy olive oil We are not afraid of fat, but we do like to include more of the heart-healthy varieties. Olive oil, rich in those monounsaturated fats. Those are heart-loving fats that help bring up that good HDL cholesterol and help lower that LDL, that not so great cholesterol. Next, I'm going to squeeze some fresh lemon juice. You want somewhere around a tablespoon or two. Next, we're gonna add a little pinch of salt. You can always add more, so I like to be conservative there. If you just want enough salt to bring out the flavor, keeping in mind that our body adapts. If you're one who needs a lot of salt right now, I always encourage you to cut back by maybe 3/4 and give your body a chance to adapt to that lesser need for salt. Your taste buds regenerate every 2 to 3 weeks. So we can get used to not needing as much salt and sugar over time. Just have to give it a little time. I like to have this in the fridge just as a snack. You can use it in place of like a ranch, to dip it in veggies, something like that. But I'm also gonna show you real quick one of my other favorite quick things to make. I have here some whole grain pitas. This is gonna be preferred to some of those enriched pita chips that you're gonna see in the grocery store. So we take our whole grain pitas here, just cut them into triangles with a knife, have more of that heart-healthy olive oil and a little mister here, and I'm just gonna spray evenly to evenly coat them. And then here I have some za'atar seasoning. The specific seasoning flavor is gonna depend on the region of the Mediterranean it comes from. This is just a store-bought blend. I've tasted some very authentic blends, which are great. A little pita, some Greek yogurt, some olive oil. So it's got kind of an herbaceous, like a zesty, tangy kind of flavor. So I'm just gonna sprinkle a little bit of that. Lots of sesame seeds and thyme in this particular blend. Really, really good. And blend that on there. And then I'm just gonna pop this in the oven for about 15 minutes at 350. And then I'll have a wonderful little chip, whole grain chip to go with my tzatziki dip. So I hope this inspires you to explore more of National Nutrition Month and celebrating a world of flavor. I'm gonna be back every week, and you'll also see some great trivia questions posted daily just for fun, just to get you thinking more about nutrition and the foods that help you thrive. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you soon. Bye.